The man accused of running an Australian-based people smuggling syndicate has fled the country, despite being the target of a long investigation by the Federal Police. The AFP revealed today that the alleged smuggler, known as Captain Emad, flew out of Melbourne on Tuesday, a day after he was exposed by the Four Corners program. Now that he's bolted, questions are being asked about why he wasn't stopped. Amy Bainbridge reports.
Excuse me? This is the man Australians know as Captain Emad. It's alleged he's the ringleader of a people smuggling network. After coming here by boat, he evaded authorities by posing as a refugee. Four Corners tracked him down and found him working as a trolley collector at a shopping centre in the Canberra suburb of Gungahlin. After his Monday night appearance on national television, he fled the country.
When leaving Australia, the man triggered a long-standing alert at Melbourne Airport, and at that time there was an operational decision made by investigators that he could not be detained, as the officers had no lawful basis to prevent him from departing Australia. This was despite the material recently aired on the Four Corners program being thoroughly analysed by our investigators.
The AFP says it's been investigating a people smuggling syndicate that's been operating for 2 years, involving people using multiple identities.
Now, despite this effort, however, there remains insufficient evidence to charge any of the syndicate members with a criminal offence at this time.
The Commissioner says the investigation is complex, covering multiple legal jurisdictions and languages, and that the AFP did have information from Four Corners before Monday's broadcast, but not enough to lay charges.
There's one thing to paint them in a damning light in a television program, but having enough admissible evidence to prove beyond reasonable doubt in a court of law in this country is a different thing.
For now, Captain Emad is at large. Police say they have an idea where he is, but won't elaborate. It appears unlikely he'll be arrested and brought back to Australia.
The AFP is not in possession of enough evidence at this time to arrest him in Australia, so there's little likelihood he would be arrested overseas and returned to Australia unless there is more evidence that can be collected prior to that point.
The opposition has seized on the case to blame the Immigration Minister.
I think Minister Bowen had a duty to inquire as to whether he could have cancelled Captain Emad's visa, even though it was a permanent protection visa, given the information that he had available to him. There are various powers, whether they're Section 501 powers or powers under Section 109 or other provisions within the Act, that the Minister could have looked at as to whether he could have cancelled those visas.
Minister Bowen's office says Scott Morrison's comments show he's woefully ignorant about the law regarding visa cancellations. It also says the Immigration Department is reviewing new information about Captain Emad and, although he's gone, still might cancel his refugee status. Amy Bainbridge, Lateline.